Are the nuts you're eating silently weakening your body? What if I told you that over 95% of older adults are snacking on nuts they think are healthy, but are actually working against their body? It sounds surprising, but it's true. Many of the so-called smart snack choices are quietly inflaming your joints, weakening your legs, and draining your strength, especially after age 65. And the worst part? These nuts aren't rare. They're the ones sitting in your pantry right now. If your legs feel heavier, if you're slowing down on stairs, if you're off balance more often, there's a chance your daily snack may be part of the problem. Because as your body ages, your ability to handle certain fats, oils, and inflammatory compounds changes dramatically, and the wrong nut can tip the scale. In today's video, we're going to break down 8 common nuts, 4 that are slowly tearing down your strength, and 4 you need to start eating now if you want to rebuild energy, balance, and mobility. These aren't random suggestions, we've ranked them from least to most dangerous, and least to most essential, so you know exactly what to avoid, and what to add to your plate. Stick around until the very end, because the final nut on our avoid list has been linked to sudden leg weakness, the kind that can cause a serious fall in just a matter of days. So before you reach for that next handful, ask yourself, is this snack helping your strength, or quietly stealing it? Let's find out. The tiny green nut that gets your blood moving after 65. Let's start with a nut that might look small, but plays a massive role in restoring your strength, circulation, and clarity. Pistachios. If you're over 65 and your legs feel heavy, your feet stay cold, your hands tingle or go numb, or you get lightheaded when standing, your circulation is slowing down. And poor circulation doesn't just affect your heart. It drains your energy, clouds your memory, and makes every step feel like a chore. This is exactly where pistachios come in. Unlike many common snacks, pistachios contain compounds that help widen blood vessels, improve blood flow, and deliver oxygen straight to the muscles in your legs, back, and even your brain. That means less swelling, less fatigue, and more power in your stride. But they do more than help your heart. Pistachios also help your body manage blood sugar. If you crash after meals or feel drained mid-morning, this nut can help level out those energy dips, keeping you sharper and more stable throughout the day. Now, here's the important part. Not all pistachios are created equal. The kind in shiny green snack bags, often packed with salt, sugar, or roasted in low-quality oils, those cancel out the benefits. What you want are dry roasted or raw pistachios, with no salt, no sugar, no oil, just clean, natural nutrition. Start with a small handful between meals. You might be surprised how quickly things shift. Warmer hands and feet, better color in your skin, and less of that heavy, dragging feeling in your legs. Sometimes, the fix isn't a prescription. It's fuel your body recognizes. And pistachios are exactly that. Feeling weaker after 65? This simple nut can help you fight back. Have you noticed your grip feeling weaker? Your hands trembling more often? Or your legs giving out faster than they used to? If so, it might not just be aging. It could be a sign your muscles are starving for support, and one of the fastest ways to fight back is with something simple: almonds. Almonds aren't just snack food. They're muscle fuel, packed with the building blocks your body needs to stay strong, balanced, and mobile. After 65, you naturally lose muscle at a faster rate. It happens quietly. One day you can get out of a chair easily, and weeks later it feels like a struggle. That's called sarcopenia, or age-related muscle loss, and almonds are one of the easiest ways to slow it down. Here's why. Almonds deliver high-quality protein, magnesium, and essential minerals that help maintain lean muscle, relax tight tissues, and keep your nerves firing properly. Ever get cramps at night? Twitching eyelids? Stiff legs in the evening? Those are classic signs of low magnesium, and almonds can help fill that gap. But here's the key, not all almonds are created equal. Skip the candied versions. Avoid the ones roasted in oil and dusted with salt. What your body really needs are dry roasted or raw almonds, clean, whole, nutrient-dense fuel. Toss a handful into your breakfast. Keep some in your bag. Snack on them mid-afternoon. You're not just curbing hunger, you're giving your muscles the support they've been missing. Because at this age, every bite matters, and almonds? They deliver real strength, one crunch at a time. This everyday nut could be the secret to steadier energy and stronger muscles after 65. Peanuts, they're simple, familiar, and often overlooked. But if you're over 65 and your energy dips by mid-morning, or you feel shaky after standing, unsteady on your feet, or even just worn out too quickly, it's time to take a closer look at this powerful little legume. Because here's the truth, your body is running low on raw materials. And peanuts help fill in some of the most important gaps. First, let's talk protein. After 65, your muscle repair slows down. What used to recover overnight now takes days, or doesn't recover at all. Peanuts offer plant-based protein that your body recognizes and uses efficiently. That means better muscle maintenance, quicker recovery, and more strength where it matters, your legs, your grip, your core. Second, peanuts give you healthy fats, the kind your brain and nervous system need to stay sharp and coordinated. They also help regulate blood sugar, reducing those moments when your energy suddenly crashes and you feel dizzy, weak, or confused for no reason. And let's not forget magnesium, a mineral many older adults are deficient in. It helps stabilize your heart rhythm, relax tight muscles, and keep nighttime cramps and twitches at bay. But here's the catch, not all peanuts are created equal. Skip the salted, honey-roasted, or flavored snack packs, and definitely avoid peanut butter from a jar loaded with sugar and hydrogenated oils. Instead, reach for plain, dry roasted or raw peanuts, no salt, no coatings, no nonsense. Just a small handful at the right time can help you feel more grounded, steady, and energized. Because real strength doesn't just come from workouts, it comes from what you fuel your body with. And peanuts are a simple, affordable, and powerful place to start. The one nut that could recharge your body after 65, but only if you eat it right. Let's talk about one of the most powerful and most misunderstood nuts you can eat after 65, Brazil nuts. These aren't just another crunchy snack. They're packed with a rare and essential mineral that your aging body is likely starving for, selenium. Selenium acts like a master switch behind the scenes. It helps your body repair damaged tissue, protect muscles from breakdown, and support nerve function so your legs respond quicker, your hands stay steady, and your energy doesn't crash halfway through the day. If you've been waking up feeling drained, noticing trembling in your legs, or struggling to bounce back from even mild activity, this could be the missing piece. But here's the catch, Brazil nuts are extremely potent. You don't need a handful. In fact, eating too many can be harmful. All it takes is 1 to 2 nuts per day to unlock their benefits, no more. Just one Brazil nut delivers your full daily requirement of selenium, and gives your body the deep, restorative support it needs to push back against fatigue, muscle loss, and nerve decline. Think of it like this, you're not giving your body a boost, you're giving it back the tools it used to have. Tools for faster recovery, tools for steadier movement, tools for energy that doesn't fade by noon. But remember, quality matters. Choose raw, unsalted Brazil nuts and store them well. Their oils are sensitive and spoil quickly if exposed to heat or light. This isn't about more snacks. It's about precision fuel. And with Brazil nuts, less is not just more, it's exactly right. The healthy nut that might be fueling brain fog and joint pain after 65. You've probably heard that walnuts are great for your brain, and on paper, they are. They're rich in omega-3s, loaded with antioxidants, and often marketed as a heart-healthy snack. But if you're over 65, the story becomes more complicated and more risky. Here's what most people don't realize. Walnuts are also extremely high in omega-6 fats. And when your body doesn't have the right balance of omega-3 to omega-6, which is very common in older adults, it leads to inflammation. Not just in your joints, but in your brain, your blood vessels, and even your gut. And it gets worse. Walnuts spoil quickly. Those delicate oils inside them go rancid faster than most nuts, sometimes even before the bag's empty. You know that bitter aftertaste? That's not just a flavor issue. That's oxidized fat. And once it hits your system, it adds pressure to your heart. fogs your thinking, and makes it harder to recover after meals or movement. If you're feeling bloated after snacks, stiff in the mornings, or notice your energy crashing after eating, it might not be just aging. It could be that handful of walnuts you thought were helping. Now, this doesn't mean walnuts are universally bad, but for many seniors, especially those dealing with high blood pressure, joint stiffness, or fatigue, they may do more harm than good. If you're going to eat walnuts, keep it minimal, choose fresh, raw, organic, and store them cold, not in the pantry. And if you're already struggling with inflammation, it may be smarter to swap them out entirely for nuts that actively calm your body. Not stress it further, because at this stage of life, even the healthy foods need to work for you, not against you. Why cashews could be quietly making you feel worse after 65. Cashews, they look harmless, creamy, buttery, satisfying, and for years, they've been marketed as a healthy snack. But here's the problem: if you're over 65 and still reaching for roasted, salted cashews, you might be feeding inflammation, not strength. Let me explain. Most cashews sold in stores aren't raw. They're roasted in cheap industrial oils, coated in salt, and sometimes even dusted with preservatives or flavorings. And once they're processed that way, they go from a simple snack to a silent threat, especially for an aging body. What happens when you eat them regularly? First, those oils and salts irritate your blood vessels, raise your blood pressure, and make your joints swell. That means more puffiness in the ankles, more tightness in the knees, more lightheadedness when standing, and less energy for doing the things you love. Second, the combination of sodium and unhealthy fats puts added strain on your heart and kidneys. You might feel it as fatigue, or that strange sluggishness after meals. You think it's just aging, but often, it's your body struggling to detox from foods it can no longer process efficiently. So what should you do instead? If you enjoy cashews, there's still a way to keep them, but make it smart. Choose raw, unsalted, unflavored cashews, and limit your portions, just a few at a time. Stored properly, no shiny snack packs, no mixed nuts loaded with additives. Because after 65, the wrong oil or salt doesn't just taste bad, it slows you down. Day by day, but the right version? It can give you nutrients without the inflammation. The key isn't cutting out everything. It's knowing which version fuels you, and which version fights you. And with cashews, that difference is bigger than most people think. Why that handful of pecans might be holding you back after 65. Pecans, they're sweet, comforting, and often feel like the healthier choice. Whether sprinkled on salads, baked into bars, or packaged in holiday snack mixes, they show up everywhere. But if you're over 65, it's time to take a closer look. Because here's what most people don't realize: pecans are incredibly rich. And after a certain age, your body struggles to digest dense, fatty foods, especially when they're glazed in sugar, coated in oils, or mixed with other processed ingredients. Let's break it down. Pecans are naturally high in fat. While that can be a good thing in moderation, it becomes a problem when your metabolism slows, circulation weakens, and your digestive system isn't as efficient as it once was. Add sugar and seed oils to the mix, and you've got a snack that can quietly trigger bloating, poor blood flow, joint stiffness, and sluggish energy. Even raw pecans, when eaten in large amounts, can weigh you down. You might feel fuller, but not stronger. That tight feeling in your belly? The puffiness in your knees or ankles after sitting? The energy crash in the afternoon? Pecans could be playing a bigger role than you think. So, what's the smarter move? If you enjoy pecans, keep them simple and occasional. Choose raw, unsalted, and eat only a small handful at a time, not from prepackaged mixes. Not candied, and not glazed. Because after 65, every bite matters, and when it comes to fueling energy, strength, and balance, pecans might look friendly, but they're not always pulling for your team. Why macadamia nuts may be slowing you down without you knowing. Macadamia nuts, rich, buttery, smooth, they feel luxurious, right? A premium snack that's often labeled heart-healthy or keto-friendly. But here's the thing most people don't realize. Once you're over 65, your body doesn't need rich, it needs clean. And macadamias are anything but light. These nuts are packed with dense fats, the kind that digest slowly and sit heavy in your system. For younger bodies, that might be manageable, but for aging adults with slower metabolism, weaker circulation, and less efficient digestion, macadamias can quietly cause inflammation, bloating, and weight gain. Let's take it a step further. If your legs feel heavy, if you get winded more easily, or if your energy tanks after meals, your body could be trying to tell you something. It's not just aging, it might be over-processing high-fat snacks that it no longer handles well. And macadamias? They're sneaky. They taste mild, they go down easy, and they're incredibly easy to overeat. Just a few handfuls can rack up hundreds of calories, mostly from fat your body can't efficiently burn anymore. That excess builds slowly, around the belly, in your joints, in your energy levels. What used to feel like fuel now feels like fatigue. So if you're trying to stay mobile, maintain strength, and support healthy digestion, macadamia nuts may not be your best choice anymore. Instead, reach for leaner, cleaner nuts that support circulation and muscle repair, like pistachios or almonds, and keep your fat intake balanced with what your body can actually use. Because at this stage, the goal isn't eating less, it's eating smarter. And macadamias? They may be tasty, but they're not always on your side. The brain-boosting nut that might actually be clouding your mind after 65. You've heard it 100 times, walnuts are brain food, right? Full of omega-3s. Good for your heart. A staple in healthy snack packs and salads. But if you're over 65, that healthy handful might be doing more harm than good, and you may not even realize it. Here's the science. While walnuts do contain some omega-3s, they're far richer in omega-6 fatty acids, and too much omega-6 without enough omega-3 can lead to chronic inflammation. Over time, that can trigger joint pain, worsen circulation, and even cause cognitive issues like brain fog, the kind that makes you forget simple tasks, lose focus, or feel mentally sluggish after meals. And it doesn't stop there. Walnuts spoil fast. The oils inside are highly sensitive to heat, light, and air. If they sit on a shelf too long, even in sealed snack bags, they start to oxidize. That means the fats break down and become toxic to your cells. Even if the nuts still look and smell fine. What does that look like in real life? A little extra bloating, swelling in the ankles, or that foggy feeling after a snack you thought was healthy. You blame it on age, maybe the weather, maybe stress, but in reality, your body might be reacting to rancid oils and inflammation overload. And the tricky part? Walnuts are everywhere, in heart-healthy granola, protein bars, salad toppers, even trail mix marketed to seniors. So what should you do? If you love walnuts, keep them in small, fresh, well-stored portions, and make sure you're balancing them with plenty of omega-3s from foods like fatty fish, chia seeds, or flax. But if you're already battling joint stiffness, brain fog, or blood pressure issues, it might be time to take a break from walnuts and see how your body responds. Because not every healthy snack is healthy for your body right now, especially when the damage builds quietly, day by day. And walnuts? They're smarter to question than to trust blindly. The almond trap, when a healthy nut turns against you after 60. Almonds have a stellar reputation. High in protein, packed with magnesium, and often seen as the go-to snack for heart and muscle health. But here's a twist you might not expect. If you're eating the wrong kind of almond, you could be fueling inflammation, not strength. Let me explain. As we get older, our bodies become more sensitive to sugar, sodium, and low-quality fats. And unfortunately, most of the almonds sold in convenience packs, the ones labeled as honey roasted, smoky barbecue, or cinnamon glazed, are drenched in refined sugar, baked in seed oils, and sprinkled with salt or flavor enhancers. The result? A snack that feels smart, but acts like junk food under the hood. So what happens in your body? That sugar spike followed by a crash? That's your blood sugar roller coaster. The artificial flavors and added oils? They may slow your digestion, contribute to belly fat, and even worsen joint stiffness. You might snack thinking you're doing your body a favor, but end up more tired, more bloated, and wondering why your energy is gone by mid-afternoon. Worse yet, many healthy snack bars or nut blends marketed toward seniors include these kinds of almonds by default, hidden in so-called energy mixes. So what's the fix? Simple. Stick with dry roasted or raw almonds. No coatings, no sweeteners, no seed oils, just the real deal, clean, whole, nutrient-dense fuel that supports muscle tone, nerve health, and steady energy. Because it's not about cutting almonds. It's about cutting what's been added to them. At this stage in life, the difference between strength and struggle can come down to a single ingredient on the label. So the next time you reach for almonds, make sure they're working for you, not against you. A simple shift that could change everything after 65. So here's the bottom line: after 65, your body changes and the snacks you eat need to change with it. The wrong nuts, even the ones labeled healthy, can quietly chip away at your strength, fuel hidden inflammation, and throw off your balance without warning. You may not even connect the dots until your knees ache, your legs feel heavier, or your energy disappears halfway through the day. But the good news? You can take back control, starting today. Because this isn't about eating more. It's about eating smarter. Choosing the right nuts, in the right form, and in the right amount can deliver real results. More stability, clearer thinking, better circulation, and that grounded sense of energy that you thought was gone for good. In fact, most people who make the right change feel a difference in just a few days. So here's what I want you to do. Take a look at what's in your snack drawer or pantry. What kind of nuts are you eating every day? Are they fueling your recovery, or quietly slowing you down? Leave a comment below and tell me the one nut you eat most often. Let's start a conversation, and maybe a transformation. And if this video helped open your eyes, hit that subscribe button. We're sharing new videos every week to help you stay strong, sharp, and independent, backed by science, and made for real life after 60. You've got more strength in you than you think. Sometimes, it just takes the right fuel to bring it back.